Hello everyone. I can't believe it's January 2026 soon. So what I wanted to do was show everybody how to budget using calendars. I get a calendar every year and payday for me is Fridays. So I take the Friday column and I write in all of my bills prior to their due date. So basically, if you have a cable bill that's due the 17th of the month, you want to write that in on the 16th. Say you have a phone bill and that's due the 10th of the month, you want to go ahead and write that in on the 9th square. If you have a rent or mortgage payment, that's going to be due usually at the beginning of the month. So you have 5 pay periods on January 2026. So you fill in whichever is the last of the month. If it's a 4-week pay period, the last block is going to be when you're going to pay your rent or mortgage. Or in this case, the 30th is when I'm going to be paying the rent or mortgage because it's a 5-week month. Now, this is assuming you're paying online. If you're paying by check and mailing it in, I would definitely give it an additional week. If you're paying in person, you can pay it on the date it's due. I'm going by, if you're paying it online, this is when you would pay it based on your due date. If you have a car payment, it's due on the 17th, you want to go ahead and write that in on the 16th square. Do you have a storage unit? You want to be aware of that due date. Say that's due on the 25th, you're going to go right ahead and put that on the 23rd block. How about your credit cards? Do you have 1, 2, 3? Do you know their due dates? Are they all different? Are they the same in, time every month? Let's go ahead and write those in. I'm just going to put in a few squares here based on your due date. How about your gym membership? Mine is due on the 17th, so I'm going to go ahead and write that in. Now, the point of this is you want to make sure that every pay period you have your bills that are due, so you pay them on time, but you also want to make sure you're going to have enough money. Say you make $1,000 a week. You want to make sure that all your bills are paid when they're due, right? So if you have your phone and your credit card, you want to make sure that $1,000 is going to cover that. But in addition, you want to make sure you have money left over to pay for your mortgage at the end of the month or your rent. Then you can make a little tally down here and write out how much your bills are for the month, how much you're going to be paid for the month to make sure they match up and that you have left over. Also, looking ahead, you may have bills that are unexpected. I always plan ahead and that way I'm prepared. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.